Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing tonight? And welcome to a proper Suparobo Sunday, question mark. I count this as, like, proper Suparobo Sunday, because this is actually part of the Super Robot Wars history. We have the first appearance of Gilliam and the guest best, as well as cameos from, well, actually, we won't spoil that since it doesn't outright state it. So if people don't know, that'll be a bit of a nice surprise for them. But there's some cameos from other SW originals in here as well. And now, while this isn't a tactical strategy game, it is still very much SW Robots. Now, those of you that have been watching the streams for the last, like, week and a bit will know my internet is extremely fucked right now. There was supposed to be a guy out today to check the lines. That never happened. I'm not particularly happy about that. I wasted a whole day waiting around for a guy that never showed up. But yeah, as a result, things are still quite unstable. So the stream may drop at points. But we're gonna push to get at least, like, I don't know, like 4-ish hours of robots in. Indeed, I have no internet and I must stream. Here I be, despite my internet not working properly, still attempting to run my stream. Just how committed I am. No, but, and for those of you that are wondering where the Metal Gear Marathon is, it is actually on hold until my internet's sorted. Something like this, we can handle dropouts fine, because it, like, every line is a pause, every action in combat is a pause, like, it's very easy to stop this mid-flow, and, like, dropouts won't make you guys miss anything, whereas as we found out with the Metal Gear games, dropouts, very much things get missed. Anyway. Enough not game-related stuff, let's get going. Now, I remember this is the city we needed to get to, but I don't remember exactly what we were doing. Will the party conversation thing help? Right. Dan had his ultra transformation thingy stolen by a lady, and we got to get it back. Oh boy, another generic house. That is just the layout to Camiyu's house. As always, if there's anything wrong with the sound, please let me know and I'll do my best to sort it out. We don't have enough money for anything fun. We're up, yeah, the 10 to 16 grand range for the current set of items. I've also adjusted the position of my floor fan. So if you hear, like, the fan coming across the microphone, again, let me know and I will try to compensate for that. Oh boy. Of course, we never did the Gundam Mark II events, so Emma's still part of the Titans. Have we actually bumped? We have bumped into Jared once, but I don't think we had Camille at the time that we bumped into Jared, so there hasn't been any bullying happening yet. Jared hasn't started bullying Camille. Camille hasn't started killing all of Jared's waifus. Oh boy, there we go. Camille is a man's name, and I am a man. Oh, glorious. Wadoosh! That's suspicious. I'd argue this game actually feels more fan-servicey than an SRW game. Possibly because it's just... It is a simpler title, so its references and callbacks are just outright. Like, you just straight up get the... Camille's a man's name and I am a man. Yeah, I was saying during, like, the first stream I did of this that the music is pretty bland. It's mostly inoffensive. It's not bad, but it's definitely lacking. It needs, like, opening mixes SLW style, or at least tracks from the contributing shows' OSTs. We lost our transformation device to a lady. We are the best. See, I don't know, Ultraman, is this I assume this is an actor joke? It's the same actor playing two different characters? Well, in this case, I assume it'd be an Ultraman with an Ultraman to a Kamen Rider reference there. Actor joke, yes, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. They can't really make voice actor jokes quite right. Yeah, I was saying earlier, this feels arguably more fan-servicey than a SRW because of all the little references. Not that it's a bad thing by any means, just... But yeah, you sort of see what I mean about the music. It's not offensive, it's not wrecking your ears, but it's just like, alright, this is barely serviceable. It's music, I guess. It sort of fits the theme. I don't know, there's at least variant tracks in this. It's not half the soundtrack as conversation.mp3. like, one of the big issues with Abe Portable is... Not that conversation with MP3 isn't even that bad of a track. It's just that it's 50% of the soundtrack. I feel like I should probably actually go back to the Titans building and see if Emil and Jared are butting heads. I have a bad feeling this game is gonna get real flaggy. Like this feels like it could get to old school JRPG levels of you needed to talk to a single specific NPC in a wonky-ass spot, and if you haven't done that, you haven't set the flag to progress the story. Hey Nova, how's it going? Yeah. See, because it at least does have that party conversation button, which is nice, but like the hint it's giving us at the moment we've already done, unless I needed to talk to him multiple times. Ah, I did need to talk to him multiple times. Did those guys have like pathing AI that was bumping off of each other instead of just coding a straight path? They made them operate off of pathing AI? Why is Amuro being excluded? Oh, fair enough. Amuro's not a veggie, is he? I don't think he is. Okay, I'm assuming that's an in-show reference that I'm just not getting there. It was a trap! That was an odd little sequence. This game has, like, a surprising amount of animation. I was expecting more like early Great Battles tier, where it's real dodgy. But there's a lot of animation detail in this. I assume that's the OG Ultraman. Everybody's dead. Are you still nobody? Do we even need to go to the Titans for help? We've already got a full party. Okay, so rather than acquiring Titans members, we've merely got them on town defense. Where is... Is it a hotspot on a map, or is it off the back of somewhere else? Wait, what? For real? Ow! That hit fairly hard for what's a sort of a joke enemy? I was about to make a Pokemon joke, but this is before Pokemon existed. Can't afford anything at the moment. Nothing to report. I assume the reason these guys are all named is because they're named in the show. They're not, well, they're generics here, but they're not just generics in the show. Feels weird going into something like this with so little knowledge of like some of the original materials. I've never seen anything Ultraman related. One of those weird gaps in my knowledge. No, I've never seen, not even like out of objection. I have no issue with Ultraman. I'd be happy to track down some stuff and check it out. I've just never got around to it. the entire Ultraman series. I don't want to know nothing about Ultraman erotica. I'll pass on that, thank you. I wouldn't call it erotica, but the best sort of take on that kind of thing was Hikorin Sentai Akiba Ranger, where the lead actress, the lead bad guy actress was a AV star. A good show as well, so. Very much not for children, that one. Some fun plot points like, what do you call them? Host clubs from, Kabukicho trying to take over maid cafes in Akihabara and that sort of silly stuff. If you're me, it's an exceptionally amusing show. It's a very sort of tightly targeted program. Are its runaway graphics garbled, or is that just how they're supposed to look? Not sure if it's perception bias, but it seems crits crop up reasonably frequently in this game. It very much could be just perception bias. See, the dungeon music here is pretty decent. It's not, like, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this music's so good, I want to listen to it all the time, but it's at least, like, decent music. Better than the town music. Tossing a boulder at a Gundam. How very, Doan Kukurus. I think to that day, that episode has still never been released in the West. Which is a shame, because it does actually crop up in a lot of, like, expanded media stuff. Usually as a joke, but still. I'm fighting geometry that's immune to physical attacks. Is immune to physical specials would be the next question. And indeed it is. Not immune to Ultraman, though. I'm assuming in an episode of Ultraman at some point, someone attempted to cook a twin tail, which is how the twin tail poisonous thing came up. Though the way they said it with it, like it needs to be prepared properly, that's more like a fugu thing rather than a just immediately bad for you thing. The Windom is Capsule Monster, right? But, like, way ahead of Pokemon ever existing. It's just maybe where Pokemon got the idea from? It's like, Ultraman's pretty fucking relevant to JP pop culture. Does aim count from Amuro, I wonder? Because it's a beam attack. Oh, it does, nice. Game has good internal logic. Skill extract. Ooh. Hmm. I'm quite tempted to throw that on Kamen Rider Black. I mean, we're fielding Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and a Gundam. Destroying Kaiju is just sort of what we're gonna be doing. I wonder if that's got, like, just a ridiculously low hit chance or something. And I'm just, like, biased towards it because the first time we ever used it, it hit and did a lot of damage. Actually, there's a game very similar to this on the PlayStation. Which we'll never see translated because it's on the PlayStation. But very, very similar sort of concept. Gundams, Ultramen, Kamen Riders, and SW OGs. I'm assuming it's part of the same sort of line. I don't know if it's all under the same sort of subheading, name-wise. Oh, I suppose with even Saturn games getting translated now, anything's possible. Who knows? Actually, I don't think there are any active PlayStation hackers hanging around the scene at the moment, so probably not. I should probably heal my crew at some point. That was the wrong button. Oh shit. I menued too quick. What does teleport like, erase? It just deletes the enemies, you get no XP or money. That's kind of cool. I like that they've gone with the, like, threaten your friends approach. And you're like, nah, it doesn't work, mate. We already took care of that. Deployed double garrisons. Wasn't sure if that'd count, but it did. Good. Well, that's suspicious. Look at little wiggly ears. Look at him. Man, they're bullying the fuck out of him. Holy shit. Oh, paralysis. Bollocks. I think the extent of my Ultraman knowledge is the, there's a Ultraman Super Famicom game. This, like a pseudo fighting game, almost? That is incredibly bullshit. Alright, we broke one of them at least. Thankfully they don't have some kind of stupid kill 'em all at once, or you lose mechanic. I'm not quite sure what the paralysis does. It doesn't appear to have paralysis us. Unless it's like just a really low chance of activating. So I assume this is gonna be the flow for this game. It's gonna have like trash boss into real boss. So we probably want to play somewhat more conservative on the use of our tech point abilities. There's something sort of amusing about an attack called aim missing. Yeah, see, I don't know about the charge attack. Seems to do about double damage, but it costs a turn to charge, so it's like you haven't gained anything, you haven't lost anything. Oh nice, it's a G3 Gundam. Sonna, wakara. So did we actually get it back? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. Alright, encounter 8. Maybe take it a little easy there. I'm still not sure if those retreat graphics are garbled or if that's just a stylistic choice. They got a UFO for a head. Alright. It's weird to see enemies fleeing so much. Two. One. Oh. I see. Hmm. So beam weaponry is no good. Okay, they're like metal slimes, I see. Immune to magic. Take low damage from fizz attacks. Run away often. Hey, Yaman, how's it going? No worries, best of luck. God damn! Yeah, acting, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty hardcore. He's affected by paralysis. Which doesn't seem to do anything, question mark? Well, like, he can hurt them. They're just immune to physical attacks, so I'd have to use, like his lightning kick, which costs 250 TP. Which, that's like half his TP for a single attack. I'd rather just have him hold ground. The others have got it covered. I wonder if aim legitimately does have lower accuracy. God dang it, it was a trap! You shitty staircase. I missed the box. I can't be bothered going back through the whole dungeon for it, though. That's too many random encounters. I just realized the spooters are called Alien Cool. Does this place have a hospital? Yeah, this is very, like, classic JRPG. Just the whole thing is, like, JRPG, the JRPG. The terrorist organization God is threatening to detonate a bomb. Oh my. Whew. Yeah, I'll be surprised if we don't get a I can't let you do that Amuro joke at some point. Maybe it's too obvious though. Actually, how much cash money do we have? Alright, we can afford one, maybe two weapons? I forgot we got the mag coat. +8, really not a lot when we're talking the numbers we're talking here. I mean, it's free stats, but it's not even like a 1% increase. A Haro God would just be Psycho Haro from G-Gen. Hey, it's Double O Kai. Isn't Kamen Rider Amazon meant to be sort of batshit? Man, someone was really proud they worked out how the Mode 7 trick works. I'd be curious to see the credits for this game, Nova, when we're done. Like, I'll pay attention to the credits. Because this might be like 2 guys and a pet dog kind of development team. That's a good point. Fucking, what's with all these secret societies because of all the Kamen Riders and Ultramen? What's the world coming to? Hey Jay, how's it going? So what are we short at the moment? I think just the Ultraman armor? Yeah. Actually, if the basic fights here are going to be paying out 1,000 money, we might as well just get the Ultraman armor quickly. Just so that we're not going into the next dungeon under-geared. As we saw on the first stream, things can get pretty dicey. When you go in under-geared, it's got that sort of Dragon Quest balance to it. This won't be a heavy grind, just a little grind. This is more, pepper grinder than a coffee grinder. Actually, that's something I should get myself when I get my own place. Is a proper salt and pepper grinder set. It's a spicy grind, yes. I actually I have a sitting next to me a, what do they call it? A chili salt grinder. It's a mix of like a bunch of different chili flakes and rock salt. It's actually really nice. Adds just that nice bit of kick to pretty much anything. I don't know if anyone here tonight is much of a manga fiend. I don't think Day's about. If he was here, he might. I tend to wait until something's fully out before reading and or watching it, or at least, like, until it's got, like, complete arcs. I did read some stuff, like, oh, what did I read? Nagatoro. Komi-san. What's the Spooter Isekai one? Kumo desu ka? Something like that. The Re-100s, are they also in English now? Or is it just the HG, RG lines? Because I still haven't gotten used to that. Actually, I don't think I even own an unbuilt Re-100 kit. Unfortunately, this is the kind of game where you can't leave an equip slot equip slot empty, so you can't pull the old piece of armor off to sell it to make up the gap. You can sell it once you've equipped the new piece of armor, but... Can't have an empty equip slot, basically. What's your business? Oh, okay. I thought he looked suspicious just sort of sitting down there in the corner. But it's just his pathing, his AI pathing, took him down there. Alright. The core crew is all set with at least the current tier of gear, so... we're not undergeared. Which is nice for once. Yeah, it's nice that you get, like, the lore quotes as well. It's not just, like, it's not just done on the instructions, but it's a full, full dealie. Like, Bamco have actually, you know, they done good. It's weird to think of like, because Bamco is, on the one hand, like, maximum greed, maximum profit, but on the other hand, they continuously produce products that, like, are legitimately good and that I want to purchase. So it's a little weird. Sorry, I had to stop for a second there to blow my nose. Oh man, that's like I get it, but also God damn. I thought we were dealing with the forces of God! Suddenly it's an SMT game. You know what, actually I think I will. That's getting a screenshot. That's a decently enough out there line. Morrowind. Is anyone? There's surely one of the kaiju must be like penis monster-esque. Why does your chaplain have a broken bolter? Actually, I remember. This is fucking. I had a way back. Would have been what, 3rd edition? Yeah, it would have been a Blood Angels chaplain. Back when I was a kid, so I had no money. So to allow it to switch out war gear, I had it so that I could switch the hand on my chaplain out so that it could have like a bolter, or bolt pistol, or plasma pistol. Oh man, the bad old days. Gapule! Ah! Yeah, Blue Tack, man. Blue Tack was god tier. I legitimately had a bunch of units that had Blue Tacked on war gear, so that I could change it out. That's what I'm doing, Nova. I'm saving my previous screenshot, taking a new one. Give me a minute. Yeah, and in my defense, I did pin things later on in life. When I was blue tacking that, like, I was a kid, I would have been, what, 10, 12 at most? Like, at that point, I legitimately didn't have a job. I think I've brought this story up a few times, and the last thing I had to pin was a friggin' Repentant engine from Sisters of Battle. That needed a whole bunch of pins. That thing did not want to stay together. Really, really nice mini. Well, mini's not even right, because it's a fairly large unit, but Jesus, that thing needed pins. You don't want to be led by my commissars. My guardsmen never fail morale checks, because if they fail a morale check, one of them dies. Yeah, I'm not really down for the Primaris Marines stuff. Well then, like, I'm pretty soured on Games Workshop in general these days. The prices are just too much. Also, yeah, the lore went to fuck. Holy gods. Freaking Matt Ward. Let's take our fucking Grey Knights and paint them in the blood of thousands of dead Sisters of Battle. Yeah, because that's... Uh-huh. Definitely not the bad guys, nope. As when it comes to the Imperium, I roll Guardsman. Give me my flashlight and me t-shirt, and off to war I go. How did I... I know I played 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I can't remember if I played 5th. I'm just trying to remember my timeline. No, I think I did play 5th. I played... early 5th ed, I played Orcs, and then pretty much stopped after that. Well, did they actually squat them, though? Or did they just, like, leave them in fucking, like, White Dwarf issues and whatnot? Because getting squatted is a particularly specific incident. You did have some oddities, like the Chaos Dwarfs, which a lot of people are like, oh, Chaos Dwarfs got squatted, but they didn't. They were still around, just Forge World only. And then Warhammer Fantasy got squatted. And I think it's coming back now, isn't it? Yeah, I've always said it's a real shame that GW basically canned all of their specialist game stuff. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Inquisitor, Mordheim, Gorkamorka, Necromunda, Battlefleet Gothic, like the Aeronautica Imperialis, so I think that's pseudo comeback as well, question mark, but as a board game? Well, like, board games is not unusual. GW's always done that, like, since the beginning. You had, like, Warhammer Quest and what's Tyranids on a Space Hulk. Space Hulk! I was trying not to mention it, Nova. But yeah, the bolter bitches, my god. They were meant to happen for like 15 years. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of bolters for the most part. Yeah. They're just a bit too much. Machine gun grenade launchers. Didn't Fire Warrior get them relatively accurate? That game had other problems though. Like, why are Tau wielding marine bolters? Honestly, Nova, these days I prefer it that way. It's the non-GW stuff that's sort of keeping Warhams alive for me. Oh, I'd absolutely be down for more Dark Heresy. 100%. That I count that as outside game. Fish? Oh, I suppose it is an underwater city. The, like, kids stories for 40k that they're doing is really weird to me. I don't understand it. Mostly because I got into 40k when I was a kid. And, like, that was the old, like, 2nd and 3rd edition fluff. Didn't need no, like, kids' books. Just read the actual fluff. Oh god, poison. Thankfully, we have already 9 out of 9 antidotes, so we can make that go away, no worries. Real grades are a bit expensive, yes, but like, if you're just getting into things, you don't want to be starting on real grades. You probably want to be starting on high grades. I find like a high grade takes 2-3 hours to build, depending on complexity. Whereas a real grade can take, you know, upwards of 6 hours. Yeah, I don't know if I could do a tabletop war game again. If I was going to, I'd probably just put my freaking heavy gear minis together. Yeah, no, see, for 40k, as Nova said, if I was to do anything 40k related again, it'd probably just have to be Dark Heresy, which you probably could get a Stormbolter somehow in Dark Heresy, but I wouldn't want to be in that situation where one was acquired, unless you're running like a Deathwatch one-shot. Stormbolters are floating around. Something's gone very wrong. The issue is more, for something like Dark Heresy, a lasgun is actually a pretty good weapon. Like, it's a pretty decent weapon. So if someone's running around with a Stormbolter, that means some sort of real nasty escalation has occurred. Heavy stubber, yes, that makes sense, but you'd need either a real big lad, or like an Ogren, or some sort of pintle mount for it. Hey! Hi, Gog. Yeah, that's... Well... Like, lasguns are actually really good weapons. It's just that in 40k tabletop, they're going up against things like fucking power armor. Or, like, weird Tyrannid carapace bullshit. It's... It's not that they aren't good weapons, it's just that the shit you're up against is so far out of your league. Whereas, Dark Heresy, if you're up against Tyrannids with, like, actual armored carapace, you're already dead. Generally speaking, if there's Tyranids involved, you've done fucked up somewhere. You'd be like flushing out gene stealer cults, so you wouldn't be fighting like actual gene stealers. You'd be fighting those weird like human hybrid variant thingies. Yeah, but you don't fight that. That's at the point where you call in the Marines. Or the Inquisitor just goes, nope, burn the planet. Or you deliver a bunch of Akbar's specials to the lair. Yeah, no, you would not be facing Tyranid Honor Guard in a Dark Heresy game. That is so far above and beyond. You'd be facing, like, maybe Termagants, Hormagaunts, and maybe, yeah, like, Gene Stealer shenanigans. But you wouldn't be winning if you were outright facing Gene Stealer shenanigans. You would already be dead. Yeah, well, most Xenos would fuck a human up in one-on-one. The only thing that wouldn't would be like your basic bitch blue boys. A grot isn't much threat, but if there's grots, you've got, like, this indicator of further issue. A single orc is a problem in itself due to spores. Yeah, we basically did that, Torsh. Fire was involved anyway. Burn everything is a legitimate and acceptable solution. It does fix a lot of problems. Like I mentioned, orc spores, you just burn it all. And fire even works well on Tyranids. Like, it's a good solution. I do like that they've gone with like Hygogs and Kapuls in the underwater base. Like, the enemies they're throwing at you aren't just, like, random, this mob will be cool. They're actually zone-themed. Yeah, you can burn the smaller Tyranids reasonably effectively. Your big boys are a different matter, but again, if you're facing big boys, you got bigger issues than what sort of armament should we be wielding. Ah. Oh, no? Question mark? Why is... Do they have just enough defense that they're messing with my math rather than immune to damage? I think that's what's going on here. I think they've got just enough defense that the people with lower overall attack power just aren't doing enough. Is it Chimera that you can stick a big-ass flamer on top of? Sisters of Battle Immolator will certainly solve a lot of problems. Sisters of Battle in general are pretty good with burninating. At least the on-kill TP restoration is getting quite high now. I do like that his AoE attack is just spin kick everyone in the face. It's not like some sort of crazy AoE shenanigans, it's just manually spin kick everyone in the face. He is a Kamen Rider. Kick kind of is their specialty. Much justice delivered via kick. I should really watch more Kamen Rider, but never enough time. I have at least watched a number of Rider series. Not like Ultraman, where I haven't seen anything. I have at least seen a number of Riders. What have I seen? Ryuki, Kiva, Double, O's. I think those are the ones I've seen all the way through. And I've seen bits and pieces of other Rider series. Ryuki was actually the first rider I ever saw. This is before fucking Madoka, so don't give me that. those unfamiliar, the plot to Madoka is very, very similar to the plot to Ryuki. But Ryuki coming much before Madoka. Alright. Boss fight time. One! Uh-oh. There's some shenanigans going on here. I'm not sure what to do. Obviously, we need to do something to break the barrier, but, like, we've already fully explored this area, and there wasn't any sort of barrier thingy. Please tell me I don't have to walk all the way out and hit a story trigger somewhere. It's like this place is quite a long walk down. This is not exactly easy territory. Are we back? Am I here? Is this the real life? We are back? Okay. Well, that wasn't a bad run. We got 2.5 hours before the first disconnect. That's much better than we had been getting. But now you watch, we'll get like quad disconnects in the next like 20 minutes. I'm also at the point of I don't know where to go or what to do. I have a bad feeling it's gonna be walk out of here. That's a long walk. Oh, maybe he can help. Hook us up with the plot deets. I want to get to at least 4 hours of this. Hopefully the internet can hold itself together for another couple of hours. I'm gonna assume this is a MacGuffin from his series. I didn't even know there was a Kamen Rider X. Yeah, you are correct, it seems. It is the third. So it was Kamen Rider V3, Kamen Rider X, and then Amazon. And then many more after that. Like after Amazon is stronger. That's like your original series is. What kicking for goodness? I really enjoyed Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiga. Unless you specifically mean Power Rangers and not Super Sentai, I'm not familiar with the Power Rangers variants. Yeah, no, for Power Rangers, I've only seen the original, the one based on what's it, Zuri Ranger? And, like, I only saw that when it was, you know, relevant. So I don't remember much about it. Except for Bulk and Skull. Shadow Moon. I don't have context for this, but I'm assuming this is a... I'm assuming this is a big bad from, Rider Black. This very much reminds me of Final Fantasy VII. Oh, so it's Kyoji! Hey, Half, how's it going? Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. It is an old Super Famicom JRPG, so there are certain things you're not going to escape. The combat, or whatever, the encounter rate can be a wee bit tedious, but that's sort of par for course for these games, so that's fine, I guess. I think my biggest complaint is the music is very bland. Well, the Ultraman is strong, but he's essentially a caster. So his like raw physical attack is less. I'm gonna assume same franchise. I'm not familiar with Lost Heroes, but if it's Kamen Rider, Gundam, and Ultraman, then I'm gonna say it's definitely the same line of game. Because I know there are a bunch of other games in this line. Yes, similar to the Great Battle series. For me personally, the reason why this one is important is it has the SWOG's elements in it, which are currently not here. Gilliam was around for a little bit and then fucked off, and we haven't met the other OG's elements. There's a PlayStation game that's similar to this as well. I've just don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Ah! There it is. Superhero Sakusen. Ah! So someone was saying, where's Space Sheriff Gavin? He's in the sequel, Superhero Sakusen. That's where the Metal Heroes are. What's up, Huff? They don't actually have any money for money. We don't have anything to buy. We've got money for once, with nothing to buy. I assume in the next town we will acquire. Oh, I'm not familiar with BR cities. I know Sao Paulo, and that's about it. And I'm probably not saying that right. Look, all I know is about the BR is the Hue and the Mordekaiser. That's the extent of my BR knowledge. I went down instead of going up, didn't I? Brazil's, like, huge. There's a whole shitload of Brazil. Oh, something's real. Hey, Gaza D. Something's real bad if we're getting encounters in the middle of the street. That's a real cool touch. The Gaza D transforms into its mobile armor mode to move. Does that even count as a mobile armor mode? I don't know, sounds too grandiose for a Gaza. Hey Al, how's it going, man? Is it armor? It's Gaza. It's like bits. Yeah, I know Gaza sees the actual worker convert, but still, like Gaza D is your combat unit, yes, but it's not. We're not talking like a heavily armored monstrosity here. We're talking mass production, shit them out as fast as possible, as cheap as possible. Yes, a Super Famicom game. I'm, as usual, running it on my actual Super Famicom. Ooh, ZSSAs. That could potentially be unpleasant. That's a lot of firepower. I have a SD2 SNES, which I can load patched ROMs onto. Yeah, they're AoE spammers, okay. They need to die. They need to die fast. Yes, unfortunately, SD2 SNESs are quite pricey. They're, definitely an enthusiast level item, not an entry level item. For me, absolutely worth every penny I spent on it. I've gotten so much use out of it. Hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of use out of it, so yeah. Just depends on where you sit on things. Also depends on what currency you're operating in. If you're operating in burgers, it's probably not as bad. Australian money to burgers is painful. Burgers are worth much more than koalas. Don't say it off. Just be quiet. Don't let it know. It doesn't realize it's working. It won't break. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, we did cook all the koalas recently, didn't we? Jesus, alright. That's some efficient information network. We can just report them KIA, and away we go. Oh, okay, no, it's Titans trying to kill them off. I can understand the need to having everyone trained to the same standards and whatnot, but goddammit, we're in, like, a live fire environment here. We need all the help we can get. Like, the training can wait. Crab laser? Miss! That was a really unfortunate attack to whiff. Oh, hey! E3. Nice. The animations in this game are so good. Like, they're so much better than you expect them to be. Holy shit! He's a fucking monster. Damn. Ultra 7 packing power as well. We ain't gonna have V3 for long if he's this goddamn strong. He's probably just here for this one fight. That's pretty fucking badass. Like, I didn't die because I was so fucking angry that they killed my mate. That's hardcore, man. Damn! Alright, game. You've got some musical chops. Where's that been for the last 10 hours? Ha! Just how many riders are there? Well, about as many as there are Ultramen. It's not even that bad yet, because this is from 92. You did one, like, late 2000s. My god. It'd be hundreds of the buggers. Dan Aykroyd? Or, Indiana Jones. Hello, you weren't there before. I can't tell if the sprite for the receptionist chick is slightly brown, or if it's just the color palettes are a little wonky. I thought not seeing color these days was the racist thing. I can't keep up. Anyway, at least the basic crew all has their next tier weapon. No next tier armor though, so we're a little glass cannony for now, which is sorta scary, because some of the guys in this game can actually hit pretty hard. Mini Cleopatra? We needed to go up a mountain or something? Ah. This would be what we're after. Yep. Just saved. Thankfully, this game hasn't had any points yet where, like, you just walk face first into death. It does have a few points of, like, where you've got to fight back-to-back bosses, but it's usually pretty... Well, it's not heavily signed that you're about to fight back-to-back bosses, but it's very obvious that you're about to get into a boss fight, and there's no reason to not save before every boss fight, so... Thankfully, the game isn't too brutal. Well, it's reasonably brutal, but it's got mitigating factors. The save anywhere being a pretty powerful mitigating factor. No worries, I'll take it easy. Yeah, DQ can be pretty rough. Though, you're generally not sent back too far in DQ. It's not like whole dungeon brutality, usually. Honestly, one of the worst games for that is the IMOQ quadrilogy or .hack, which you can have, like, dungeons that can take, you know, multiple hours, and there are no saves, and the boss fights at the bottom of the dungeon, like, if you're not properly prepared, and obviously you're not going to be the first time you come up against the boss fight, you're more than likely going to die, and then you gotta do the whole thing again. IMOQ are not good games. The story and characters are great, the music is good, the gameplay is not. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, IMOQ remakes when? I'm like, do you really know what you're asking for? Or, well, remakes actually would be fine. Like, actually remake them. but like just HD ports. It's like, did you ever actually play through these games? Do you know what you're asking for? These are not the best video games. And this is coming from a huge .hack nerd. That dude has a butt for a face. If all you played Infection, that's at least not too bad. It doesn't really... Like, the Scathe dungeon is a bit of a fuck you, because it is sort of level-walled and long. And, like, you can struggle your way down to the Scathe fight and then just get totally bodied by him. That's the only real big fuck you moment in Infection. But, yeah, from Mutation onwards, they get pretty bad. And again, I like .hack a lot. I have played through IMOQ, I think, 3 times all up in my life, and I've owned these games since they first came out. Yeah, Morale goes away because story reasons. I actually really like that story beat. I think that's really well done. Because it hints at it well, it sets it up well, and then it executes it, and then when it all comes together, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Like I said, not great video games, but good stories. Wait, Mistral, not Morale. Morale is, what she gets renamed to in Twilight? Question mark? What other, like, Wave Master options do you even have? You have... what, Elk? You get Tsukasa in Quarantine, but by that point... Mistral's back. Do you get Helba at any point? Is she a Wave Master? do like the little bits of dialogue like that pop up with like the combat meta and whatnot. This game knows how to have fun with itself. It's very self-aware. Actually, I really quite like it. Who the heck is this guy? Is he about to get V3'd? I like that he's like, he brings his own theme music, is great. Like he outright plays his own theme music. That's fucking styling, man. Holy shit. I think the devs have a soft spot for V3. Man, this game has charm. If the soundtrack was better, like the core soundtrack was better, this would legitimately be a really good game. Of all things, this has made me want to check out V3, but I assume if you're gonna watch V3, you want to watch the original as well. Actually, is there anything hidden around the back? No? It smelled like a great spot to hide a sneaky treasure chest. Yeah, that's always the problem with Rider series. Like, oh, this series and characters looks like a lot of fun. Minimum 52 apps plus movies. Ah. Which one's the first Super Sentai? Is that the one where they have football? I have some Rider knowledge, very limited Sentai knowledge, and zero Ultraman or Metal Hero knowledge. Well, I suppose I have like 1 point of Metal Hero knowledge. And that's Heather in Silent Hill 3. One of the secret weapons she can get is Space Sheriff Gavin's laser sword. Was it? I don't even remember. I just remember her having the laser sword. It's been some time since I played Silent Hill 3. I actually quite like Silent Hill 3. I know a lot of people prefer Silent Hill 2, but I actually like 1 and 3. One probably being my actual favorite. Of course, people don't. But I really like Silent Hill 1. Hey, Dryson! We're gonna get slash rapered. Or not, it's just using its handguns. Well, we're not deep into this dungeon yet, Nova. It might turn up. These older, like, SLW, etc. games do get some weird appearances. I don't think the Hama Hama showed up in SLW 3. That would have been, like, the place for it to show up, because all sorts of weird shit showed up in SLW 3. Have we already met the Metal Slime of this game? I thought, because there's an enemy we came across that had like a UFO for a head. That was not affected by anything but physical attacks. And only took like 1 or 2 damage from physical attacks. I really like the animation on the Hurricane Kick. It's ZSSA Kai? That's a thing. It is not a thing? Okay, fair enough. Just a name upgrade, JRPG style. We have a variant with more stats. Have a changed name. It doesn't even get like a recolor, just a name upgrade. That's a whole bunch of Dryson. Yeah, when was that produced? Because I suspect it's probably something they've pulled out of their ass for this game. And then, like, a later manga made, like, probably not even in reference to this, someone just was, like, went with the idea of the ZSSA Kai. Oh, okay, maybe it is then. Is this from 93? Oh, okay, maybe it is legit. Oh, yeah, there's no way they're doing, like, a fancy sprite for it. Actually, I say that, this game's been pretty impressive with its sprite work thus far. Oh, they could have just done a recolor. Like, yeah, it is physically quite different from the ZSSA. But had they just recolored it red, I think you could have got away with that. Like, just on a saving resources end. Because, like, clearly the point of the ZSSA Kai here is just to fill out the enemy roster. So you're not wanting to waste much in the way of development resources on it. I like the sleeves variant. We had some missiles. We couldn't afford all the missiles. Alright, are we actually gonna have a showdown with a one-eyed samurai here? Probably shouldn't go full retard on the SPs here. Because this feels like a situation where they double boss you. We can go full retard with the V3 because he's got a shitload of SP. Oh, never mind. Shit, Jesus Christ. Ugh. There is just no fourth wall in this game. It does not exist. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd just take another good Gundam Breaker game. They released a MOBA gear, right? Maybe that has like a whole bunch of grunts to fill out the rosters. I wanted to check out the MOBA game, but it's a action game with a touchscreen controls. That's not what I want out of my mobile games. As odd as that may sound, I don't want real video games out of my mobile game. Because it basically comes down to, if I'm going to sit down and play a real video game, I'll sit down and play a real video game. Alright, are we back? Are we back? Unsure if alive. Looks like we might be. But YouTube is giving me a big error as well, so maybe we're not. Oh, looks like the arrow went away. Nope, there it is again. Well, I think we'll try to finish this boss off, and then I'll probably just end the stream there, since my internet seems to really be going to shit. Good lord, he hits hard, though. Why is it a scan? I really should end the stream before my internet, like, full sudokus. Jesus, our budget has no limits. Where is Granada from here? Okay, cool. Ponder tells us where to go. That means I can sort of safely end the stream here. I was just worried. I didn't want to leave it in a spot where I knew I'd get lost and be like, where am I supposed to go now? But this is fine. The ponder tells us where we need to go. So I will end the stream here. This is a decent spot to end it anyway, where we're sort of entering the big power-up arc, as it were. I would have probably done the power-up arc before ending this part, but with my internet just being absolute garbage, I think it's probably best to end it here before I lose my connection entirely and end abruptly. So yeah, unfortunately, that is where I'm gonna have to leave the stream. Those of you curious about the Metal Gear Marathon, as soon as I get my internet stabilized, that will be back. Until then, that's on hold. If it's gonna be more than a couple of days before I can get my internet sorted out, I might try to do some more Hero Senki streams, even if it's only just for a few hours, for however long I can get my internet to hold out for. Because at least this isn't too bad with the disconnects. Like, I can mostly make it work because of the much sort of slower nature of the progression of the game. It's very easy to stop and pick up at any point, even with the internet dropping out. Anyway, unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, that is where I'm going to have to end the stream for the evening. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.